Welcome to Travel Talk, where our expert magical memory planners discuss ways you can have fun, memorable, and stress-free family vacations. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Travel Talk. On this episode, we are going to be talking about Moon Palace the Grand. This is an amazing resort complex in Cancun, Mexico. It is a lot and can be a little overwhelming. So I'm excited to kind of talk about this today and hopefully help you with some of the confusion on the Moon Palace Resort in Cancun. So the resort itself is called Moon Palace the Grand. It's one of 3 resorts that are in a complex in the Cancun area. It's located about 10 minutes from the Cancun International Airport, where most people fly in, and that makes it really convenient. As a guest of Moon Palace the Grand, you have access to all of Moon Palace. So when people discuss Moon Palace, they're talking about one resort. It's really 2 resorts that are together. One part is called Nizuc, and the other called is Moon Palace Sunrise. So when you book into Moon Palace, you're staying at either Moon Palace Nizuc or Moon Palace Sunrise, and you have access to all of those 2 resorts during your stay. When you stay at Moon Palace the Grand, you have access to the Grand, which is a whole 3rd resort in that complex, as well as everything at Nizuc and Sunrise. So you really get an ultimate vacation when you're staying at the Grand. There's also an amazing golf club there. It is a separate section, a separate set of buildings. There's golf course, there's a restaurant, there's like a lounge, there's a spa, and there's a whole area out there as well. So when you stay at the Grand, you're getting access to all of these things. So during this podcast, when I'm talking about the Grand, I'm really just talking about what's on the Grand property. I'm not really even getting into what's also available to you at Nizuc and Sunrise. So when I talk about the quantity of restaurants or the names of restaurants, those are all things that are just on the Grand property, not even touching what's over at Nizuc and Sunrise. Okay. So just so hopefully we're all on the same page on that, and that can help you understand this complex a little bit better. So first, always, we got to talk about dining. So dining at the Grand is amazing. So first of all, there's a lot of dining restaurants. There's over 11 restaurants, there's snack places, there's bars. So lots and lots of places to go and eat at this resort. There is everything from the most kid-friendly location, the circus. It's created for kids. It has a circus theme. It has circus-style food. It has like the big tent feel, super fun and exciting for kids and families alike. So you have something that's super family-friendly all the way up to like the French restaurant at La Chateau, which is adult only. So you have a wide range of dining options. There's a lot of different ethnic foods. Of course, you're in Mexico, so La Cantina has Mexican food, of course, but there's French food. There's a bakery there. It's a boulangerie, which is a French bakery for pastries and coffees. There's JC's Steakhouse, which is really good if you're looking for steaks. And really, just like I said, everything in between. There's Lebanese food, there's Indian food, there's some general buffets if you just want to grab something fast. And on the buffet, there was a huge variety of options too. Everything from sushi to carved meats to sandwiches to salads and a huge dessert buffet. So, you will not go hungry at the Grand. And again, that's not even tapping into what's at the other 2 resorts that you have access to. So tons and tons of food options and some really fast options that are great for the family when you're out and about as well. Los Tacos is super fun down by one of the pools where you can get some Mexican kind of like street food. So lots and lots of food options when you are down there. So you will obviously not go hungry. And it's an all-inclusive resort. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but this is an all-inclusive resort. So everything I'm talking about is included in your stay as well. Okay, so then we got to talk about rooms. So again, the rooms here are amazing. It's a pretty big resort. There's over 1,300 rooms just in the Grand area, and there's a lot of variety of room types. So you have your garden view, your honeymoon suite, your swim up suite, which if you're not familiar with a swim up, that means that where your balcony is on a pool. So you're able to exit your room right into a pool from like your balcony area. So you have your traditional entrance at the front of the room, and then your balcony would go right out. So you have a patio right out into a pool. So swim ups are a great option for a lot of different types of families. There are um, the rooms have either one king bed or two double beds. And so most of the rooms do sleep four. If you're looking for higher occupancy, they have family suites, and the family suites are really fantastic. And they're the layout is essentially, if you could picture it, a king room attached to a two-bedded double room. So you basically have two full rooms at your disposal when you book a family suite. So the family suites with the six is two in the king, and then four can stay in the room with the two double beds. You have two full bathrooms, two closets, two balconies, two of everything. So that makes it really great. And the really sweet thing about the family suites is they have child size amenities. So you have little slippers and little robes and things for the younger kids. And you can even have your room decorated if you want to do an upgrade and have, beach themes and beach balls and all that kind of fun stuff in the room as well. There are food and snacks in the rooms, of course, because it's all inclusive and everything's there. Keep in mind that in the kids' suite, the liquor cabinet would be locked. So they wouldn't have access to all that, but they'd have access to the sodas and the juices and the snacks. The other awesome thing is that they have 24-hour room service included. So again, this is a great amenity of being at an all-inclusive resort like Palace Resorts. You can order right from their app. They have an amazing app and you can do so much in the app, but you can order room service right in your app. So if you want a breakfast tray delivered, you want your coffee, if the kids are up early and you want to get them some pastries or some muffins, something to kind of get them started so they're not rushing you in the morning, get all that delivered to your room. It is a great way to start the day. They also, while I'm speaking about the app, have other amenities in the app, which I really enjoyed the aromatherapy and the pillow menu. So you can make requests in there. If you need extra things in the room, you can do it in the app. The app is really helpful. So that's just kind of an overview of the rooms. The honeymoon suite sleeps two. Most of the other rooms sleep four with either one king bed or two doubles, like I said, family suite for six. And then there's also the grand presidential suites, which are a very similar layout to the family suite, and they also sleep six. So those are your options for rooms. Let's talk a little bit then about the resort amenities. So, like I said, this is just on the grand section of things. They have 9 pools, 5 swim up bars. They have a fitness center with a spa that has hydrotherapy facilities, which I'll dig into a little bit. They have a water park, they have a playroom, a kids club area, they have bowling, they have a golf club. So let's dig into those a little bit more. So there's 9 pools, and these are kind of like all over the resort. Okay, so some are going to be more active, some are going to be more quiet. They are different themes that go around the resort. So no matter where you are staying, there should be a pool that's relatively near your hotel. The Grand is on the ocean, it's on the beach. It doesn't have the best beach in the Caribbean, though. That's really not its main point. Um, and so that's why all the pools and all the water parks. So plenty of to do if you're, not going to be at the beach. So really beautiful with all the pools. And then you have all your swim up bars. So there's 5 swim up bars. And of course, that'll make your pools a little bit more active if you're at a pool that has a swim up bar. There's even a wellness pool. And I think the swim up bar there has probably some smoothies and some fruit juices and all that kind of good stuff. So then when we talk about the fitness center obviously has all the equipment that you would need in a fitness center for running, for weightlifting. If you're training for anything, you can do that. But it also has an amazing spa. And the spas at the Palace resorts in general, including Moon Palace Grand, is just really phenomenal. And one of the things I love about it is how big their hydrotherapy suite is. So if you don't know what hydrotherapy is, I'll give you a little bit of information. So when you do a spa treatment, you're going to come in and you have kind of a gap of time that you can kind of use the spa facilities before you're actually having your treatment. So the treatment might be a 60-minute hot stone massage, right? And so you're going to be in the room having your massage for 60 minutes. But prior to that, you have access to the spa facilities. And what that includes is this hydrotherapy. So, hydrotherapy is water therapy in all different ways. So, there's hot and cold plunge pools, there are steam rooms, there's sauna, there's an aromatherapy shower, there's a sensory pool, and a relaxation area. So, you can make a good amount of time in these areas before going in and or after having a massage to really relax your body and get yourself ready for the massage. And some of that space you might want to just get a day pass for because the aquatherapy or hydrotherapy is really really enjoyable, really relaxing. And it's all in that spa atmosphere. So you have the spa music, it's relaxing, there's it smells good. And so this is all the process. So we love to go to our spa appointments at least an hour ahead to give ourselves some time to get changed into our robes, bring a bathing suit with you, and then you can spend some time in the therapy rooms, rotating through the process. We like to do sauna before as well. Do those things, and then you can go change out of that into what you're gonna take into your massage, whether you want just like underwear or however you want to do that. But yeah, bring a bathing suit, enjoy the spa. It is really an amazing facility. The water park. So the water park is huge. It's a huge area. It's super nice. There's lots to do there. So there's a few different sections of the water park. So there's aqua play. So that's an area where you can play in the water. There's the flow riders. That's where you can do like simulated surfing. There's lazy river. There's a wave pool. There's all kinds of slides. There's splash zones for smaller ones. So it's a huge complex of an area. And right next to that is one of the kids clubs. So the Playroom Kids Club, this is a facility. It's all inside and air conditioned, which is a great place to go as a break from the sun. And there's different areas in here for everyone to play. So this isn't necessarily a check your kid in and be supervised type of kids club. You can, if they're old enough, check them in and let them stay by themselves well, they have some supervision there, but without you. But there are adults and guests throughout the kids club. It is not child only. So just keep that in mind. So it's not necessarily a child only kids club. But we as adults had a great time in there, played lots of different games. There was everything from glow in the dark mini golf in a dark room, which was super cool, all the way through these games where you kind of work as a team and it's almost like a Simon type game where something lights up in a pattern and then you have to repeat the pattern on the wall, but you play against another team of people. And we did it about three people in each room. We had a hard time. We were running around like crazy. It was so fun. There's kind of an indoor jungle gym type of thing with like a ropes course set up. There was an enormous light bright, if you want to call it that. It was like the size of an entire wall with the pegs that were like the size of my fist, and you could like build or make a pattern or make something there. So lots of different things. And then there was like a smaller child's play area upstairs where they could play. But just keep in mind that this is like everyone can use the space. So even though you can sign kids in, it is for everyone to enjoy together. But a great way to get out of the heat and go play some like glow in the dark mini golf or something like that. So that whole water park, playroom, kids club area is awesome. Then in the main lobby area, there's a bowling alley. Super fun. Again, another great thing to do when you just want to get a break from the sun for a little bit, if it's hot outside or if you happen to have a rainy afternoon. And then back to the golf club. So we talked about that a little bit earlier. This is kind of like a whole nother section of the resort. There's actually another pool out there. There's a spa. There's a large building that has two restaurants and then shopping and, like what you would have in a lobby of a resort. And so that's really cool too. And with the resort being so large and spread out, there is like a tram system around the resort. There's maps at all the tram spots where you can kind of see they go lobby to lobby of all three resorts if you're on the one that does that from the Grand. And then there's all just different spots. You can see kind of where each tram goes, see what route you want to go on so you don't have to walk around the resort because the complex of all three resorts is extremely large, which is great because there's lots to do and you won't be bored. Or you might have a room in one area where you're kind of like, I got my pool, I got my snacks, I got my food, I've got my, activities, and I'm just going to kind of chill close to the room and be in this pool area. And then maybe like go on an adventure for dinner to like another part of the resort. So it just kind of depends on your family and what you're looking to do. But this resort just has so much for everyone. It'll keep everyone busy. There's nothing to be bored about. It's just a really fun resort with so much to see and do. You're going to love the resort at the Grand Moon Palace.